Yo, yo, yo. It's Marky Mark's Tarot. This fucking bullshit again. Why the hell do I have to do an employment survey again? This don't make no fucking sense, man. This shit pisses me off. Like, why every year I have to do a stupid survey for what? Like, this shit makes no fucking sense. Like What are you proving? Like, what am I getting out of a fucking dumb survey? Like, you ain't got no life to ask me to do an employment survey? Survey of what? Fuck, man. So dumb. I swear, man. Survey for my business. User guide. It's just bullshit over and over. An employment survey for what, though? It's just so dumb. Oh boy, it's so frustrating. It really is. Dun, 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 dun. I'm so fed up with surveys. Ever since I've owned my own business, like every year they ask me to do like a survey. Like, go ask somebody else. Like, who cares about surveys and the information you get? You're not even going to use it. You're just going to be like, okay, cool, you filed a survey, bye. Idiots, man. Oh boy. And everybody wonders why. That's one thing I can't stand. It's like stupid, unnecessary surveys for what? What are you surveying? My age, my name, where I work, where I live, where I do business. A survey of how much money you make. Like, that's any of your fucking business. Like, go survey some rich mofos that need to be surveyed. Go survey bigger businesses, not me. Fucking people make me laugh, man. It's so annoying. I just don't get why I have to do a dumb survey. It's so dumb. I don't want to do that damn survey. Leave me alone. I just have to do something real quick before I forget. So my dad originally comes out. That comes out already. So it's just that other one that I have to do. I guess. Yo, 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 it's Miss Bikini. Hope you're feeling better. Um, There's something else I had to do, but I can't remember. I wonder where that thing is. Oh, cool. He's a very good kitty. Oh, that's good. I'm not missing it. Well, that's good. As long as he was a good kitty. I haven't even seen like we have a couple cats around here, but I haven't seen them. Like the last couple of days, I haven't seen the cats. It's weird. I don't know where they are. I don't know. 7 months out, and I hope somebody so I feel good inside. Yeah, uh, that's all that matters, you know. A lot of people can't find people to take care of their pets. It's actually pretty shitty. I can. There's only one lady that I would trust with my dog, and she's the one who like grooms Diamond and washes her. And but we don't do it all the time. Probably like twice a year. I wash her majority of the time. Hey Antigone, how you doing? What do you call them puppy eyes? I'm trying to think what the heck I was gonna do. You're relaxing? Good. Stay that way. Let me see. Like, I don't understand. Like some of these companies, they're just like so dumb. Like here we have, like I have to pay social insurance, right? And they have like um, contribution like calendars, and they used to send it to us. Um, it's okay. I have puppy eyes, remember, so I can't see. Oh, they finally put it out. It's a miracle. See, because everybody complained about it. Because see, we have a contribution year calendar for social insurance, and it's like social insurance pension. So every month it shows you how much you have to pay, right? So they always send the bill late, and they never send the contribution calendar. So I just looked it up just now, and they have it finally. And it's like, you want us to pay these bills, but where the frick's the calendar? So it hasn't been on the website forever, and it's already almost the end of the month, and they just put it up here. Because I checked last week and it wasn't here. Now I just checked again. But it's like you have to constantly remind these fools to like do it. It doesn't make any sense calendar. And then I said, well, why don't you put it on your website? You have a fucking website. Why don't you use it? Like you people don't make no sense why you do things. And it's not like they're doing a whole pot of work. They're in an office doing nothing. Hey, Bronny, how you doing? Yeah, of course I gotta pay. I gotta pay social insurance pension because I have my own business. By law, I have to pay social insurance and pension every month, and I have to pay payroll tax every 3 months in order to like have my business. And if I don't, then I pay fines and shit, or close me down. They can't close me down, but they'll. I ain't got that problem anyway. I pay every month. I always do. But I always pay it the last couple of days because they're so annoying. Because they never send you the contribution calendar, and they never like send the bill on time. And it's like, so if you're not gonna send the shit, then I'm gonna pay at the last minute, and you'll get my shit at the last minute. And that's how I feel because they're so annoying. Like you're a government office business, and you can't. You mean to tell me no one in that office can post this calendar, the contribution calendar for every business person to see how much they owe? It's the same thing, but it's not the same price all the time. It's every 3 months. It's like 300 and something dollars, and every month it's like 280 something. So like every third month you have to pay more to make up for the difference of the other months. So it's like an average of like 320 a month. And it's like these people need this money to pay other people's pension because the younger people pay for the older people's pension. That's how it is, right? So like if you know that, why the hell are you like taking forever to put the damn thing up? It never makes any sense to me how like government offices like just take their sweet little time and just like, whatever you want to do, just fuck you, you just, you have to pay us anyway. And if you don't, so what do you want me to do? Like, hello, yeah, I want to know how much I gotta pay, like, because I don't know what like the contribution calendar is. Like, I know how much I have to pay, but how much do I have to pay, the three something or the two something? Because you ain't put the calendar out yet. We need to see that shit. Because if we automatically knew, then why would you have the calendar? Dumbass. Yeah, I mean, this social insurance pension is my retirement pension, government pension, which means that we pay a lot for it every month, but you get a lot of money when you go 65. You know what I'm saying? So I got 20, and they got less than 20 years left. You know, fucks my money. That's why I'll pay the monthly fee, no problem. But when if I reach 65, God willing, I want my damn money. Damn right. Because personal pension don't give you no money like government pension does. Here, government pension is a lot. Like you, not a lot, but you get enough. Whereas it's a good bit of money. So paying the money now will help me in the long run. Whereas if I have a personal pension, they're only going to give you like $200-300 a month. Whereas a government pension would be like $1,200 a month. So it's worth it. You better fucking pay me. Bronny, thanks for the super chat. And you said, I recently saw a Libra. Just want to know where they at in their mind and feelings towards me. Hey, Lucky. Meeting tomorrow for job offer. Yay. Go, Lucky. Go, Lucky. You can do it. Tell you, don't panic. You'll get it. You'll be all right. All right, Bronny, let's see. Well, this Libra person feels like things are stuck between the both of you, but there's no solution to any difficulties that you guys have had, or if one of you have to confess to the other or declare something to the other, that'll be the only way things will be better. I feel like this person, if they're a female, then I would say that they have good intentions towards you and they're willing to talk and willing to be cool with you. If they're a male, they think that you have good intentions and you mean well. They just don't know whether or not they should talk to you or continue to talk to you. But if this Libra, the Libra shows up here as the Justice card, so it's their card right here. Okay, well that's her then. See, Justice card. That's a Libra. So that's her. And she is she'll be happy to speak to you. She feels like, you guys can be in a sociable relationship and be favorable and talk to each other. She feels like you're sincere enough to talk to, and she feels like you guys can be cool. If there was some past dilemmas or problems and things were difficult and hard between you guys, or things are stuck between you, she's willing to like go forward and be cool with you or stay friends with you if that's what you're wondering. But she feels like she feels like you guys can be you know friends. You can be happy, and maybe like if there's no like communication right now, then I would say that in the future there can be communication if you guys open up to each other and talk to each other. So their feelings toward you is, yes, they will talk to you despite past discrepancies or situations or whatever they might have been in the past. If there wasn't nothing in the past, then it should be fine to talk to her and to be cool with her. But I don't think she's gonna like come towards you and say something to you and be cool with you like that, or vice versa. You might not be like, yeah, I don't really want to talk to her like that. But if you guys both decide to chat to each other, it'll be fine. You'll be happy and you'll be able to talk to each other and be cool. Yeah, female friend. Yeah. So I feel like she looks at you as a person that she likes. She thinks you're cool. She thinks that you guys are can be good friends and are good friends. And I think if you guys talk to a good bit to each other, then you guys can end up talking to each other a lot more and be more friends. I got the sun card at the very end here, so that tells me that everything's fine. This person thinks good of you. So if you want to know about their feelings, they feel good about you, even though you might not be talking to each other a lot. Yeah, they think positive things about you. So yeah, it's cool. I see good things, nothing bad. It all depends if like you're stuck, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like if you guys ain't really talking to each other every day, then it might turn into more frequent communication. So if you're looking forward to be friends, more friends to this person, then you will be for sure. And that's what she wants too. I feel like she has good intentions herself. Like she also has good intentions. So yeah, she even showed up in the reading, Libra, Justice. So that's a good thing. I know a lot of Libra women, they're good. Okay, well, that's you then. Yeah. If you're finding it hard to communicate, she's willing to communicate. And if you do communicate with her, she'll like be happy and you'll be happy to communicate with her. Just probably not try to bring up past things or anything like that. That's what I'm getting. So if you're the one that's finding it hard to communicate, that's what I saw. Because like somebody feels stuck, but it had to be you because the justice card was upright. So that means she's fine. It's your thing. Yeah. If you want to go ahead and talk to her and be cool with her, you can go ahead and be cool with her and talk to her. She'll be fine. She'll like the conversation and she likes you. So she seems like she'll be friendly. Hey Virgo, what's up, sweetie? All right. You're welcome, Bronny, and thank you too. I appreciate it. Yeah, you should be fine. Yeah, why not? Why not? She seems like she'll be a good friend. You're good, Virgo? Good. My day was good. Very progressive. I got a lot of work done. I did what I had to do. I'm good to go. It was good. When I get a good bit of work done and I get work finished and do things, I'm happy. It's always a plus. No matter how much work it is, whether it's a little bit or a lot. I did a lot. I played landscaper today. I painted all my cabinet doors that I had to paint in the workshop. And then while I was waiting for them to dry, I went outside and I cut a lot of trees. It wasn't that hot today. The humidity was like less. It was 82 degrees, but the humidity was like 70. So I wasn't like sweating all profusely and crazy, and I wasn't like panting or anything like that. So it was like the temperature's getting like a little better now. It's bearable to work outside and during the day. So yeah, I cut a lot of trees today, fixed up the yard, raked all the leaves, and then I went like over the other side. Like there's like there's like a property that's like you can't build on it. Next to us, you can't build there because it's like a nature reserve and there's a lot of trees. So I tied it up like the area that meets our boundary. Like I tidied it up and you know, cut the grass and the trees next to where the boundary is and made it look presentable. You know, so I got a lot done today. Cut the grass, cleaned the pool a little bit, took some leaves out of it that have any blue in there. But yeah, otherwise that it was a good day. I had spaghetti baked for dinner. I haven't had spaghetti and like meat sauce in forever. But we guys put it inside. My sister made it. She put it in the oven with like topped with cheese, and we had like a piece of garlic bread. It was pretty good. I haven't had that forever. I couldn't tell you last time I had spaghetti and meat sauce and spaghetti baked in the oven. So yeah, it was good. Had a good dinner. All was good. Yeah, somebody on here said that they were eating spaghetti and meatballs. I don't know who the heck it was. And I was like, you know what? I told my sister, I was like, you know what we can make on Wednesday night? We can make spaghetti bake. I don't want spaghetti and meatballs, but like spaghetti and meat sauce, and then like put it in the oven, bake it. So like she was like, yeah, that sounds good. I haven't had that forever. I'm like, everybody with my nephews are like, yeah, yeah, sounds good. So everybody ate it. Everybody liked it. Thanks for the super chat again, Bronny. You said I want to know about the Leo past friend. I saw her. She feel last time we met. All right, let me check. I would say that this person feels like kind of, they still have that like that disagreement that you had, like that argument, that fight ages ago. That person still holds that grudge against you, and that person still feels like some type of way against you and about you. Like I don't think she's over it. I don't think this Leo is over this situation, and I don't think they're like uh, I don't think she feels like she could be. It'll still be behind. I think she's over it, but she still like has that grudge about it, and she feels kind of defeated over it. Like maybe she feels like a certain way towards you about it, but like she thinks that because her life is content, like she might have a good family life, or she might have like, if she has a child or kids or something like that, I would say that, she's happy with her family life, or maybe she has like a good family life with her mom, dad, siblings. She's more focused on her life, the support she has in her community, her reputation, things like that. So because she has a good life, family life, she kind of like has that grudge against you, but she doesn't like feel like, she doesn't really hate you or anything like that. She just feels like you're a person that appears to be impressive and appears to be cool, but she knows she has no substance to deal with you, or she doesn't. She feels like, okay, yeah, what happened happened, but I don't care. I'm moving on. I have my family, and I don't really care what the heck Brownie does or whatever. I'll speak or whatever if I have to, but I'm not going to be like all cool with her because I still have that grudge. That's what I'm getting from that person. So when you bumped into her a few days ago, did you speak or no? Because I'm getting that she still feels a certain way towards you, but because her real life is like okay, she doesn't really care. But I don't think she'll be like, all lovey dovey and cool with you. I doubt that. Leahs have a hard time forgiving. Yeah, so do I. I don't forgive nobody, I forget them. She was with family, so I thought it's not the right time, but she seemed pissed. Yeah. Oh, there you go. So maybe that's why I got what I got. She was too busy with her family, and she's happy with her family. She didn't give a shit about what you thought or what you was doing, but she still holds a grudge against you. Yeah. So if she's seeing piss, she still is. So that makes sense. Like she ain't worrying about you like that. She's more involved in her family. So I would say she still holds that grudge against you. I know a lot of Leos, and they're people that once they fight with you, they think that they're always right, and they're never gonna like really give a shit about you like that unless you kiss their ass. So I would suggest not doing that. But who cares what she thinks? You know what I mean? Fuck these people. That's me personally. I was telling somebody the other day that I've had like a couple Leo men and a couple Capricorn men in my life that were so toxic, and I hated them. I literally hated them like with a passion. And they were like there's like two Capricorn men and two Leo men, and actually like two and three Pisces guys that I can't stand with a passion. Like if I see them, I want to like tell them go fuck themselves. I literally would, because I can't stand them. Out of all of them, I only speak to one. Like just hello and hi, and that's it. But I don't like deal with that shit. Like no, 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 Dan. Dan is my favorite Leo, believe it or not. I never thought that I would say that, I like a Leo guy, but I like Dan. On Wednesdays I like Dan, but Thursday I don't know. Cause it's throwback Thursday, so I might throw his ass, out. What's up, Dan? How you been, brother? I ain't seen you in a while. Hope you're okay. But yeah, there's another Leo guy that I know. He's cool too. Like we don't have like beef or nothing. Like, but there's always certain signs that you can't stand or you just don't like them. You know what I mean? But Dan's never rubbed me the wrong way. He's a cool Leo. You know why he's a cool Leo? Because he's married to an Aquarius woman. So the Aquarius woman keeps him like sane. She tames the lion. Sorry, she keeps him in check. Hey, get over here. And that's what Aquarius women would do. They're like, I don't give a shit if you're a lion. I'm the king of the goddamn jungle. Mhm. That's what it is. Yeah, see, oh, that's cool, Antigone. Your sister's a Leo and her hubby's in Aquarius. See, that's the opposite. I don't know how the hell that works, but you know what? The first love of my life in high school, she was a Leo and I was an Aquarius. Well, I'm an Aquarius, so that was like my first true love was a Leo. But we broke up, and we're still like we still speak, but we're not like friends or anything like that. And she was married to an Aquarius and divorced him. Yeah, they're opposites. Yeah, I know. That's why I find it hard to believe that exists. But you know what they say, opposites attract. So maybe that's why that saying is out there. I don't know. Like I always say on here, and I'll say it again, it's not about your sign to me, it's about your character. That's it. I can't stress that enough. It's all about like who you are and how that person and you and that person, you know, exists, coexist with each other or exist. Well, yeah, most Aquarius guys can be like me. I'm a hard ass, I can be. I'm the type of person that I can be that way. I'm a nice person, but and I consider myself a good person, but don't fuck with me. Like don't lie to me and don't disrespect me. Man, if you don't, we will have a great time. If you fucking lie to me, you know. So yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Brownie. No problem, sweetheart. Phil showed up in a 1980 Volkswagen. That's what got you? A Volkswagen? My dad had a Volkswagen. LZ, thanks for the super chat. What you got going on here now? The Scorpio asked me for advice about wanting to date the fake friend. I told him how I felt, didn't change his mind about liking the other girl. We're supposed to hang out. Still, it's definitely not the fucking sun for the outcome. Anyways, let's get some more insight on things. Scorpio didn't know how I felt. Well, what can I say? The sun is the outcome for not is the outcome because you didn't argue with him. You didn't like tell him to fuck himself. So the sun is like, keeping things, you know, from not arguing. So maybe you can still like be friends with him, you know? That's what they can mean, meaning that you can still talk and be friends and be cool. The sun doesn't mean you was about to marry him, you know? It means that the conversation will be fine. And, if and see what he said, the scorpion didn't know how you felt. The scorpion didn't know how you felt. So sometimes you have yourself to blame for not saying something earlier. But then again, you know, you're being respectful by not like going after a guy that's getting a divorce. So it's like you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. You know? Well, see, you're changing the outcome. That's how it works. Oh, see, you just said, I'm moving on and cutting the cord. Just want to know if walking away completely is the right thing to do. And then you said, I'm not going to stay friends and just watch this unfold. So it looks like you already made your decision. But remember, I told you from day one that it was going to be very difficult for him to like be in a relationship with you because of what his situation is. And maybe because he saw you with that, maybe because he heard you with that other guy at the gym, he was like, oh, well, she don't want me. She's with this guy at the gym. So I'm going to move on too and go be with this next chick. So you could have fucked yourself in that whole thing. But then again, he was giving you mixed vibes, mixed signals. And that's why I tell all of you on here, not just you, I tell everybody, communication is the key. It doesn't make sense dragging on, and not doing anything. You gotta like if you feel something, fucking say something. Like and that's the only way you're gonna like make things happen if you communicate. You know what I mean? So it's like that saying says, you snooze, you lose. And that's the whole part of it. You think you're actually like helping the person and then you end up fucking it up or nothing gets talked about. That's it. And maybe this is your sign now to get away from and like move on to someone else because it dragged on so long, you know. Yeah. But if he found out, like you said, he might have found. You said he found out. He could have found out about it. There's, that chick could have told him. So that could have like triggered him to like say fuck it, you know. And then again, maybe he just considers you a friend and nothing more, and that's why he's hanging out with the other chick because she was more like maybe his type or maybe that's who he wants. It's your kitty's ninth birthday. Cool. Poor kitty. All right. Oh, there you go. That's why nothing came out of it because he made it seem like you were just a friend. That's why he went for the other chick because he thought that you and him were just friends, which you were. And I've been telling you that all this time. He's just going to be friends with you. And now he's actually said it. Well, the advice here is to clear away from him and, just go about your business because it seems like he's very insecure about like what he's doing. And that's why he probably asked you for advice. Um, it seems like he's very insecure. He doesn't know what to do. Um, seems like he might he wants to be friends if you still. He wants to be cool with you. That's what I keep seeing here is he wants to be friends. He wants to be our, talk on talking terms with you. But it still feels like he's gonna go through delays and insecurities with this other person. But spirit saying that you should clear away from him and make way for like a new person or just like make some alterations and changes and go from there. But he still wants like a friendship with you. Like he still considers you like a friend and a person that he wants to be friends with. But I still get that he's not very sure about this whole thing. Like he thinks that he's also the problem. He wants to like date this chick, but like he's not sure. Yeah, he feels insecure about it. I get him reversed. Well, I'm getting that him and if he decides to be with this woman, it's going to be a lot of difficult situations for him. Like he's only going to have like he's trying to find somebody that he can trust, but I don't think he can trust this person or like he wants to, but he's expecting difficulties and he's expecting changes and he's like it's almost like he doesn't even want to find out what the hell he wants to do, so I mean I don't see nothing like concrete with him and this other chick as well, like I don't see them in a relationship anyway. I really don't. She's gonna do something that disappoints him, and he's gonna be like, "Yeah, I can't be with this chick." She seems all nice and cool right now, but he's gonna he's gonna like see what she's really about. Like she's gonna disappoint him in some way. Like he wants to make it work, but he knows like, yeah, this is just gonna this woman just gives me fucking anxiety. That's what he's gonna end up saying. So I don't really see him with her like that. And if he does actually date her, or like he's gonna figure like, I can't do this. He's just too insecure. And I'm getting that she's gonna disappoint him in some way. And that's probably what's gonna happen. He might be attracted to her and he might like her right now, but he'll find out. I think that you and him are still gonna talk and like, and be friends, but it's up to you, like you said. You can either walk away from him and not speak to him no more, even though you work with him. But I still see you like speaking to him and being cool with him and trying to like, overcome like what's happened. But I still feel like you guys are gonna be talking. you still will talk to each other and be friends. But because nothing's gonna happen between him and that other chick, so I still see you being friends with him. Yeah, I'll be honest. I pulled on it twice, and I'm not gonna do it again. But there's nothing gonna happen between him and her. It's not gonna go anywhere. If he's asking you for advice about it, it could also be him like testing you to see that what you would say, you know. And now that he knows somewhat, what's going on, he might even say, you know what, let me see what happens. Like, let me just see how it goes. But if you said he has doubts, he definitely does, because I can see that he's not really sure about dating her. She might be one of those aggressive hoes, like, like constantly on his shit, like trying to like, leech onto him like an octopus. And he's like being gullible and seeing like, what he can do. Some women have like, you know, they're like an octopus. They got 8 fucking legs and suckers, and they will attach their ass to you, and you don't even want her around. See how you said like you would talk to her, you would talk to the scorpion, she'd be like the third wheel leeching around and shit. So like he might be getting fed up of her in a way. But he's got a lot of insecurities. So I would say like yeah, just let it be and go from there. And that's why every time I read this situation for the past couple months, I never saw you in a relationship with him, because I kept telling you he's not ready for that. He's not ready for that. And look, he's asking you for advice for the new girl. So he ain't ready. I never see him like wanting to be in a relationship either. So yeah, it's up to you what you want to do. It's your life. If you don't want to deal with him, then don't. It's up to you. As somebody who, as the person reading the situation, I know I don't like saying things like this, but I'm gonna say it. And when you deal with a person that's getting a divorce, and they have children and they have a job, they have a life, and you're in their life and you want to be with them, but you know it's not the right time, and you know like there's a risk. You take a risk by dealing with somebody like that. You should never like have serious expectations on what the outcome's gonna be. Because a person that's in that situation, it's either they're 100% out or 100% in. See what I mean? So now he has more of an aggressive woman on him, whereas you're not. See, you're more respectful. So this woman's more, hey, can you give me a lift? Hey, can you hang out? Like an octopus. She want to leech on his ass. So like you can't really expect too much from a person that's in that situation. And I'm not defending by no means, but another thing is the communication. Once you catch feelings for somebody, fucking tell them. So that way you're not wasting your time over and over, months and months and months, to wait for the feelings to be exposed on its own. You know. So that's my advice. For you and for everyone. All right. Brownie, thanks for the super chat. You're welcome, LZ. Best thing to do, LZ, is when you talk to him, leave it all out on the table. Say everything. Just tell him shut the fuck up and you just do all the talking. Even if you have to write it down so you don't miss anything. Just like say everything on your mind. So that way you clear everything, you see where you're at. So that way you don't have to like take that energy anymore. That's my advice. Just leave it all out on the table. Tell them exactly what the situation is and how you feel, and just go from there. All right, Brownie. Let's see, how does the Aries man feel and intentions towards. Oh, I got him here in the reading. He shows up here. But I don't see him feeling any type of like way towards you. I think he's dealing with a lot of like past resentment from someone that he was with. But he wants to maintain peace with everyone around him and with you as well. His intentions aren't really clear because he doesn't know what he wants to do. He's like, I feel like he's sad right now and he's lost his faith in like wanting to be in a relationship because of what he's been through in the past. But he has interest in you, but like he doesn't know if he's going to, if the interest he has towards you or you being with him will be a good thing. Like he's still caught up in his thoughts and his feelings with his past. So right now, I would say he's trying to find balance and trying to like be very firm on his actions towards anyone. But he thinks that going after you won't be like any reward for him because he doesn't know. He probably, if he knows you, then he'll probably like, be friends with you and he'll try and test you to see if you like want him or see if you like him. But that's about it. Like he wants to find trust in you. Like so if he's talking to you, then he's going to test you, test your sincerity to see if you're trustworthy, if you're like worth his time type of vibe. Like he would like to begin a romantic relationship and friendship or anything like that with you or with anybody that he feels like is worthy of that for him. He's looking for love, I would say, and he wants love, but he wants the perfect partner, someone who he can trust, who he can love, free, like he can express his emotions and feel free to do so. But if you're not talking to him, then ain't nothing gonna happen. But if you are talking to him and he's talking to you, then things might advance in the next like couple weeks. Like things might get better, like where you talk to each other and you express each other's feelings and stuff like that. But otherwise, that if there's no communication, then he's not going to make any effort because of his past. I feel like this guy wants a relationship, but he's very, I wouldn't say scared, but he's timid to do so because of his past. But he feels like he can be in a friendship or relationship with you, but he's gonna test you. He's gonna see if you're lying, if you're decent, if you're sincere, if you're really about the life you say you are, or he's gonna definitely like you know try and find if he can be with you or if he can trust you, which I don't blame him. when you get screwed over by someone, you obviously try and make sure that the next person is worth your time. But we'll see. Aries men, if they really want you, they're gonna like come after you. But they can also be like very judgmental. Yeah, I don't blame you. There's nothing wrong with that. Aries men can be very like dominating and they can be assholes. So you gotta watch out for them Aries guys. And they think their shit don't stink. That's why they use a lot of cologne. Yeah, oh yeah, they do. Aries women, Aries people, period, they want control. If they don't control something, then they go off it. I know that for a fact. I'm an Aries expert. I've dated 3 of them, and they all wanted to control me, but they end up controlling their own selves. You fucking telling me what to do. You must be out of your damn mind. Hell no. Well, if he's handsome and you like him, say something. Say, hey, I think you're handsome. You know, he'll like it. Or then, if you're shy, then how the hell are you supposed to get some deep? And how are you supposed to be in a relationship? Come on, girl. Say, hey, I'm a little shy, but I just want to let you know that I think you're handsome. He'd probably be like, yeah, I got something for you, brownie. Let me see that brownie, that chocolate covered brownie you got down there. Yeah, there you go. See, Dan said you're shy, but he might be a great kisser. You know? Oh yeah, I know Virgo. You know how it goes. Them shy ones, they be like, they be a freak in the sheets. I know Brownie's up to something. Oh, Brownie, what are we gonna do with you? Miss Bikini's like, say something fun. They're too busy laughing at my jokes. And Dan, he's kicking in. He's getting warmed up. Well, there you go. Brownie, you be fine. I always suggest to women. See, a lot of women have this label where, they say, oh, women are supposed to like just wait for the man to do everything. But that doesn't get you anywhere. Because nowadays, there's a lot of women who are aggressive and will like say something to the guy and all that. Because a lot of guys, they're very sensitive and they can't handle a breakup, or if they go after, if they like go out with a woman that cheats on them, they're gonna be on defense mode. Like they're gonna be like, yeah, if this woman don't make no effort for me or tell me something I want to hear, then I ain't saying shit to her because I'm gonna get hurt again. And that's what happens. It's the truth. And I know that because I know a lot of guys who tell me that. And I know a lot of women who say the same thing. Sometimes it's like that's just the way it is. People can't get over their past hurt or they just don't, they're too scared to try again. So I always suggest women to say something to the guy. And if you have to say something, you won't regret it. That's how you got to look at it. So it's either you say something and you get something out of it, or you don't say nothing and you never know. And then when you see that guy with another woman, you be like, fuck, I should have said something. I'm a dumbass. And that's it. There's a lot of people in this world that make bad decisions and end up losing a good person. But that, yeah, I mean, how can he like you if he doesn't know you? You see what I mean? I can, like, if he, listen, how do you know he's not interested? He has to know, a person has to know you, and you have to be in that energy. That's why the cards ain't going to say too much, because the cards are not going to like tell you exactly how somebody feels if the energy isn't exchanged between you. And if that person don't feel nothing for you, then the cards are going to stay the same. At least mine will. But see, a lot of people just keep thinking that, that person doesn't like you, but you'll never know until you try. That's why I suggest on here to a lot of women that even if you say to the guy, hey, I think you're handsome, and the guy be like, oh, thanks, I appreciate that. Just like how a guy would say, hey, you're beautiful. Like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with telling a guy a compliment? Oh, because you say he's handsome, it doesn't mean that he's gonna say, okay, well, bend over and let me drive. He ain't gonna do that. He'll be like, oh yeah, she thinks I'm handsome. He might say, I think you're beautiful. Or I think you're gorgeous. Or I think, you're sexy. Or hey, I really like your eyes or your fucking teeth or some shit. Or I like your hair. You smell good. He might tell you something. Fuck. I don't tell too many women they're beautiful because they be on my shit like right on rice. Oh my God, Mark said I'm beautiful. That means he loves me. I'm like, oh my God. I didn't say I love you. I just said you're beautiful for fuck's sake. It doesn't mean they throw your coochie on me. Some people take it literally and some people just take it as a compliment. See, and Antigone always tries to butter me up. She says she likes my dimple. Then she says I have puppy eyes. Now she wants a fucking kiss. Next thing you know, she's gonna want D pics. She wants too damn much. Hey Justin, how you doing? You see? You'll never know until you try. Now I'm not hard to get. I'm just smart. It's not hard to get me. I'm just smart. I know who's being for real and who's not. Yeah, I'm a hard ass. Yeah, I admit it. I'd rather be a hard ass than be a chump and let, a woman take control of my life and take everything I have that I worked hard for. That ain't happening. Yeah, I know I'm a hard ass. Thank you. I appreciate that comment. Being a hard ass is good. Being a wimp and a PUSSY is not what I'm going to be. I learned a lot in my long years of being alive. I'm doing good, Jocelyn. I'm just here talking about relationships, and women should also say something to the guy if she likes him. It's just, a common sense thing. I think that more women should tell a guy that they like him. It always happened in my case, to be honest. If I like you, I'm gonna tell you I like you and I want to date you, or like you're beautiful or something like that. I'll be the aggressor. But sometimes I'll have a woman be like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. I think you're handsome. I think I like you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. That was easy. Sounds good to me. Let's do it. So it works both ways. That's why I always tell women, like, if you like a guy, fucking tell him. It's either yes or no or maybe, and it's either, hey, I got myself in the door. You know. You're welcome, Bronny. I wish you luck for that. Hope you find your handsome Aries. Just be prepared for control. You know. But not all Aries are the same. I'm just joking around. Because I know a lot of people are really like decent people, even though no matter what their sign is. I know a lot of good people, regardless of their sign. Jocelyn, you said, thank you, Mark. The card you kindly read for me the other day. Guess who had lunch bought for her today? Oh, yeah, you got a free dinner? See that? Those are those marquee cards. When I actually made that card, I made it because I say on here to a lot of women, if you date a man and he pays for your dinner, that's a good man. Or even if it's a woman friend or a mutual friend, if you get a free dinner, that's a good thing. I wish I would get some free dinners. I don't get much free dinners unless my sister buys me dinner or my mom. That's it. Nobody buys me no damn dinner. My nephew bought me dinner last week. I wouldn't say nobody, but even the last woman I dated, like I went dinner with, she would get mad if I tried to buy her dinner like 2 times in a row. Like we would like switch. Like she would buy, I would buy, she would buy, I would buy. Like she always emphasized that. That's one good thing about her, even though she's a hoe. But she was very good when it came to things like that. That's one of the things I liked about her. If you do, Miss Bikini, you know what's gonna happen. Double S. Yeah, see, there you go. If you usually do all the taking care of it, and that's why I always do all the taking care of. So when I get taken care of finally, I get happy. I'm like, finally, I got a free dinner. Holy shit. Something's gonna happen. Absolutely, Dan. Absolutely. That's why I take care of my sister and my mom and my dog. Those are the three good females in my life. When they're all sleeping, that's the best females ever. And that's why I take care of all the females on here. All the females that come in here that ask me advice from a man's perspective, or you want to date somebody and I'm going to check the cards to see if the person's decent or not. I'll go above and beyond to help them because I don't want them to get hurt. I don't want a woman to get hurt. It's not good. I don't want nobody to get hurt, but that's why I tell all the women in here, just take a screenshot of me, put it on your wallpaper, and make somebody jealous if you want. Or you can just say, this is my boyfriend in Bermuda. So leave me alone. So I let them, do it if they need it. Yeah. I make sure all the women that are in here and in my life are all doing good. And the men too. I try to help everybody, but I can't change your life. You have to change it for yourself. But I always tell everybody communication is the number one thing. If you like somebody, you have to tell them. And no matter if it's because the label and the way that the system and people have portrayed men and women and how somebody has to do something for each other or each other has their roles, that to me is complete bullshit. Because there's men that can do what women do and there's women that can do what men do. And I'm talking about in a relationship. I'm not talking about like jobs, because there's things that, you can't do that we do, and what we do, you can't do. Right? So it's different. Nothing's impossible in my mind. I still think it can be done. But obviously the obvious. But the thing is people, when you're together with somebody, you both have to do the work. It can't be the man doing everything because he's gonna get fed up. And the woman's gonna get too comfortable, and then she's gonna get so comfortable that she feels like she has, a perfect guy, so she wants to cause drama, and vice versa. The man might be like, yeah, I can do whatever I want. This woman loves me to death. She pays for everything. She does everything. Let me go fuck around and get some outside, woman or something, and vice versa. But hey, Ruth, how you doing? I don't know about that, Justin. I think a lot you know, just talk to hear themselves. But I have a lot of admirers, I would say. But I keep them at a distance. If they don't live nowhere near me, I don't want nothing to do with them. I've had my share of some kook jobs that have been in here. Like fuck that. And the time for these crazy biatches. I met some good people on here. I'm not gonna lie. Won't men feel we are cheap if we show too much initiatives? What do you mean? Like we are DHL delivering ourselves? Oh, that's a hope. If you're delivering yourself to a man right away, then you're a hope, or you're just desperate. You know, I don't think I don't think that men feel that you're cheap if you show too much initiative. No, if you show a lot of initiative, then you're gonna get the same back, or you're gonna get less because you do too much. Too much of anything is bad. That's why the marquee cards say make sure if you give 100%, you get 100% back. So when that person gives you 70%, you give them 70%. They give you 50%, you give them 50%. They give you 10%, you give them 10%. They give you 100, you give them 100. That's how a relationship should be. You should never give more than the other person. You should always keep it like on a constant level. It can't be like 60-40 or 70-30. Fuck that. Hell no. Not me. If I keep doing everything for you and all you do is lay on your back or ride me or you give me sex, that's not a relationship. That's not an equal give and take. If I have to pay for everything, do everything, and all I get from you is sex favors, I might as well just go hire an escort. Because that's what you're going to become. But if we wash clothes together, cook together, clean together, wash dishes together, buy things for each other, meet each other's needs, then that's different. That's when you have a perfect relationship. And that's why I'm single. Because no woman wants to meet those criteria situations. They want me to do everything. Like fucks, you think. You want me to do everything and fuck the crap out of you too and make you, have all these sexual desires? What about me? What about all the shit that I need? You don't think about that. But like I said, not everybody's like that. But most people are. Well, a lot of men are more the hunters, they're more like, I just want some sex and that's it. Because a lot of men are hungry. They want to have sex and then be cool with you afterwards. And a lot of people are icky and sticky and they're fucking, they're nasty and they just want to do whatever. That's why you have to like put in the work and you gotta do your research. Investigate the person you're dealing with is another card that I have in there. But people don't want to do all those things. They just want to get fucked and find out later. Not my problem. Yeah, Jocelyn, usually it is all or nothing. Yeah. I just think that a lot of people expect too much from someone too soon. You know, I don't get that. If I date you, if I start to get to know you and we date, and then you automatically want me to go out with you, like you automatically want to be boyfriend and girlfriend, that's not going to happen. I have to get to know you, and I have to like make sure that when I do say, "Hey, let's be boyfriend and let's be man, boyfriend and girlfriend," and I can call you that. I want to make sure before I call you my girlfriend, you're actually my girl and my friend, and we're gonna put the two together to see if you remain that way. And then I have to see if you're gonna act like a little girl and be like, I want this, I want that. You gotta pay this and you gotta do. You better get the fuck out of here. I can't handle all that crazy bitch attitude and thinking you're better than me and I want, and then like, you know, all that shit doesn't make no sense to me. And all that I have to pay all the time, that ain't gonna happen. After I pay like 3 times in a row and you don't even put out your wallet or your purse, then it's pretty much gonna be like red flag city. It's gonna be red flag time. Unless you're homeless, you're gonna fucking pay. Yeah. And if you're homeless, I ain't gonna date you anyway. Because you're probably a homeless hoe. Yeah, exactly. We choose how we want to be treated. That's absolutely right. And that's why most people are single right now. Because they're tired of being treated like shit. They're tired of being with somebody and always having red flags, always having like the same thing reoccurrence. I'm very romantic, to be honest. You probably don't believe that, but I am. When I'm involved with somebody, I'm the most romantic person you'll ever know and ever be in your life. I will guarantee that I'll put my life on that. I'm very romantic. I like going on walks on the beach and going on little picnics together and doing all these fun things. And I would definitely, do whatever I can to make you happy in multiple romantic ways. I buy flowers for my women. I do everything. Cook. A man that cooks for their woman, that alone right there is romantic. Especially if you're gonna eat lobster off of my motherfucking plate. Damn right. You're eating lobster from me, it'll be romantic. D on the beach and D anywhere. My D is just like a button. You just press it and it's ready to go. At the beach, at wherever. It don't matter. Yeah, all that stuff, Dan, yeah. It's all good. Skinny dipping. I have a pool now, so we ain't got no sand in there. So we're good. I love romantic things. I think it's pretty cool. I agree, Jocelyn, but unfortunately, a lot of these women don't want to be lucky. They want to be stupid. They rather have a man treat them like shit or romance them for a month and that's it. At the end of the day, I know who I am and I know what I'm capable of doing. It's just the problem is a lot of women nowadays are either with somebody like me and great for them, happy for them, and if not, they're they're with an idiot and they don't want to break free of that. So that's their fault. It's all their fault. Not my problem. Yep, you're absolutely right. And that's one of the biggest issues I take with people. And you know what, Jocelyn? Those people who love drama and toxic relationships, when they're ready to be in a real relationship and they find one, they don't even know what to do. And that's what happened to me multiple times. I always found a woman or dated a woman that explained to me how toxic the man that she was with was, how much drama she went through with the family or the mother-in-law or their family or his family, whatever. And then they ended up, just being a friend with me, and that's it, because I was somebody they can talk to about it. And then they don't want me because I'm just like too good, I guess, or I'm not a toxic person. But as soon as I stop talking to them, they'll be like, "Oh, what did I do? You stopped talking to me." I stopped talking to you because you don't fucking want me. You want some, you don't even know what to do with me because you're not used to a decent person. You're used to bullshit. So if you want bullshit again, go for it. Not my problem. I'm not out to save no hope and save nobody. That's for sure. That's not my job. I'm not Superman of like broken heart women that need a decent guy. That ain't my problem. All I want is somebody with a fucking brain. It's very, very hard to find somebody decent because the decent ones are all gone. They're all with somebody. And I know a few women that are very nice people, but they've been tarnished. Their hearts are broken. They feel tarnished. They feel like nobody wants them. Or they're dead. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So, unfortunately, you get to a certain point in your life, or you get to a certain age in your life where you're like, I'm good. If somebody comes along, I will gladly try and see if I can be in a relationship. If not, I love myself to death. And you entertain yourself with other things like your career, your family, your life, friends, whatever. It is sad. And when I say that, a lot of people say that's not true, but it is. It's very much true, but it might not be true for you or for somebody else because they can get over it. They just can't find the right person. And some people, they get married multiple times and they finally found the love of their life after the third or second try. And then there's a lot of people who they just can't, they have trust issues. They just can't trust nobody anymore. And then you have, like, if you're a woman, for instance, and you have like two or three kids or more, there's a lot of men that are single that don't have kids like me that don't want that because they're going to be like, I have to deal with the baby daddy. I have to deal with her kids. I have to deal with her and my life. So it's like, do I really want to put myself in that predicament? Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. So say if I do it and the woman has three kids, right? And I get along with her kids. I end up marrying her and I end up being a great stepdad and a great husband. And I live my life and I chose the right path. And I'm happy as fuck. Fine. But then there's guys who be like, oh, hell no, I'm not doing that. And I'll even get along with the baby daddy. I forgot about that part. Even the baby daddy, he's moved on. And he's like, oh, I heard you're good to my children, shake my hand, my ex is happy with you. Wish you guys the best. Go for it. But if I have to deal with bullshit and arguments and, oh, you can't be around my kids, and don't want to listen to all that bullshit. I'm not dealing with that, you know? So there is a lot of, ups and downs to everything and every relationship. It's actually pretty hard to be with somebody. I mean, I'll give you another example that's really messed up, you know. I agree. I agree. I agree with that, Justin. Um, I can do it depending on what the situation is. Um, I know a guy, and he married this woman, and he's still married to her, but they're separated. And he wanted children, but she can't have any. But he didn't know that when he married her. You know, he's automatically thinking, "Yeah, I'm getting married. I'm gonna have kids." So he tried and tried, and he still doesn't have any kids with her. And they're my age. Um, and pretty much like because that didn't happen, and because she's like the type of person that gave up on life and like said, I can't have kids, so I might as well, splurge my money and live amongst my means and fuck it. My husband would still love me. So he got mad at her because, she doesn't do the right thing. She doesn't have a steady job. She spends his money and her money. So, he ended up having, being fed up and saying, you go your way, I go mine. And they're planning on getting a divorce now. So there's a situation like that where you're like, you have so much expectations because you're marrying somebody, having the hope and the notion of, yeah, we're going to have kids and everything's going to be fine. And then you end up getting a divorce. We end up separating because nothing went right. So our choices are our life. So he chose her thinking that that was going to happen. It didn't happen. And now he might feel, I don't know how he really feels, but he might feel like he wasted all this time, but still loves her and, didn't have kids, but that's okay. He still loves her. So he's a good man. He's a good person. I know him. And he stuck with her even though he didn't have, his wish with her. But even though he's still cool with her and just like, separate. So it's a lot of fucked up situations that, life presents us. And then you can have another situation where I can marry somebody, right? And I would say, hey, look, I'm gonna marry you. We're gonna have we have a child, right? We have a beautiful child, a baby girl, and she's fine. And then after a year, she gets sick. And then a year later, she dies at 2 years old. I'm just saying this, like, because this has happened to plenty of people, right? Just say this happened to you and your child dies. You actually see that child and then they die at 2 years old, at 10 years old, at 20 years old. And that's the only child you have. Imagine going through that. So these are all things that we go through when we commit to a relationship, right? So you commit to a relationship and you say, hey, I can either not have kids and be happy with my wife and just live life and be happy and we're cool. We have pets, we have dogs, cats, or whatever. We're cool. We're cool with not having kids. It's okay. Then there's people who say we don't want kids. Fuck that. They're too expensive. I don't want to go through that and blah blah blah. And you go from life like that. So there's so many situations that you can put yourself into that you don't even know the outcome until you actually start to make the outcome a reality or make that the whole thing a reality. You got me? So this is what I tell people. Every every relationship and friendship is not going to be perfect, because all these things you don't take into consideration when you have those connections. Some people expect those difficulties, and some people think, oh, yeah, I'm positive. I know everything is going to be fine. So that's the thing. You can get married, get divorced. You can have 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids, 10 kids. Half the kids are fine, and one is handicapped, one has got ADHD, whatever, fuck, whatever, or they have some problems with whatever. You never know what your life is going to be presented to you, what's going to present, what life is presenting to you. So that's why I tell people, be careful what you wish for, because you might get what you wish for, but it might blow up in your face. So make sure you have your wish detailed. And even then, you might not get what you want. So be careful. I'm just saying. Would I date or marry someone that has children from a relationship? Yeah, of course I would. I have. Yeah. When I was 19, I dated a woman that just had a baby after she had a baby for maybe her baby was about a year and a half. This beautiful little girl. And she would come to my job with, her mother and the kid would come to the job, and I would be cool. I was cool with her, and I actually somewhat dated her and got to know her. And then once the baby daddy found out that she was like dating me or like getting close to me, and he saw us together, he immediately went back to her, and they're actually together right now. But I did that when I was young because I don't care. I don't grudge the children. The children have no um, no bad vibe to me. Like a child, even if it's not mine, I don't have children. I have 6 nephews. They don't belong to me, but they're all like, they're like my sons, all 6. I treat them like they are my sons, and I treat them like they have my blood in them. I don't treat them no different. I treat everybody's children the same. I love kids. I saw my friend's 4-year-old daughter today. She's so freaking cute. I said hello to her and she shied away and didn't say hi back. And he was like, she's shy, she's shy. I'm like, yeah, I know. She don't know me. She was like, who the fuck's this guy waving to me? But I've always had a special connection with children. I never grudge children, you know. Marley is actually in the line of that hurricane that's going to. She said I spoke to Marley today, guys, and she's okay, and she's about to get that Hurricane Helen. It's going to be a Category 4, unfortunately, and it's going to cause a lot of devastation. This is what they're predicting. Hopefully, their predictions don't happen. Um, but apparently tomorrow it's gonna like get close to where she is. I hope she's gonna be okay. She said that she's not going to be in her place. She's gonna go to where her mom is, so she can be safer. Because where her mom lives is safer than where she lives. So let's pray for her and hopefully she'll be okay. So right now she's preparing. I gave her some tips, some hurricane tips. She's been through hurricanes before, um, but you know, I gave her a few tips and to do during a hurricane. During a hurricane, you got to be very smart. I've learned from hurricanes, and sometimes I think I'm prepared and overly prepared, but there's always that one thing that you didn't remember. And you're like, fuck. So I write everything down. All right, Dan, take care, bro. I'm glad you're okay. Glad it's all good. Good to see you, man. I'm glad to give you a report on Marley as well. She's all right. She's good. I spoke to her today because I was worried about her about the hurricane. So, but she said she's gonna go to her mom's and be safer. So I'm glad she's gonna be okay. I told her she might as well just fly to Bermuda now, so that way she can get away from him. She said she would if she could. Well, I've always taught my nephews to love a woman, and I always told my nephews the right things in my eyes and in the eyes of, uh, God. I've always told them to, like, stay in school, graduate, get a job, be nice, respect women, respect your mother, your fathers, and to a certain extent, obviously my brother's kids can't stand their mother because she cheated on my brother and abandoned them. And my two nephews next door, they hate their dad because he did the same thing to my sister. He cheated on her and abandoned them and treated us all like shit. So, you make your bed, you sleep in it, is what I say. But honestly, I I don't care if a woman has a child or multiple children. If I love her, I'll love her kids, and her kids will love me. I guarantee it. I'm a lovable person. I talk a lot of shit. I say a lot of things to laugh. I always like playing around with kids and teaching them things, and I like to laugh and tease them, and show them the right way. Say there's certain things, tell them stories. You know, I never like. I'll never say never. It's always you can always be with somebody with kids. It doesn't matter. Like I always say, it's the person that matters, not if they have kids or not. Now, if a woman is single with no kids and wants to have kids and is like 35, 36, 37, or younger than 40 and wants to have a child, then that'll be the perfect situation for me right now. The perfect woman for me, ideally, would be a woman with no kids that wants a child and wants to have one now, or, in the future with me. And, we don't have to get married, but if you want to, we could. And if you want me to live with you, if the living arrangements are great, then I'll go and be with you. If not, you can live with me. If you feel the living arrangements will be good with me. I'm an easygoing guy. It's just, you have to find somebody that says yes to all the things that make life better for both of you and your child, if that's the case. But that's the ideal woman for me right now would be a woman that's single, no kids, never been married, like me, and wants all those things. So that's my whole thing. That's what I want personally. But if I can't have kids with if I meet like a 45-year-old woman that can't have kids or don't want kids, and I love her and we get along and we're happy together, we can just get a fucking dog, or a cat or something, and be pet parents or something. I don't care. I don't really have to have a child, but I would love to have my own. But if I don't, it doesn't matter to me. Like I'm never gonna say, "Why God? Why did you do this to me?" I hate you. No, I'm not like that. Because if I'm not meant to have children, then that's okay. It don't bother me. It doesn't. It really doesn't. Because I'm very fortunate to have 6 nephews and be so close to all of them. When those boys were young, their parents would tell you when they will come running to me. Uncle Mark, please, yeah, let's go play. Let's go do this. Oh, can I come over to your apartment and see your fish in the tank? And blah, blah, blah. I want to do this. I want to play a game. You know, I always made them like happy and they always made me happy. So I have a lot of practice with children. I'm very good with them and I know what to do with them. But if I never have my own, it's okay. I'm not like gonna be like, why God, you know? Like, I'm not like that. I'm not that type of person because my a lot of my aunties and uncles didn't have children and they love me the same way they would love their own child. So I guess that prepared me for like what I'm doing, what I'm currently in. I wouldn't say going through, but what I'm currently in my life. And I have a sister and I have two sisters and a brother. All of them have two kids and I don't. So somebody had to be the person that didn't have kids. It's okay. But two of them are divorced, one's married, and I'm not married. So it's life. You know, these things happen. So like I'm never really the type of person to be like, you know, asking God why me? And you know, I love kids, why do I not have them? But like you know how many people love kids and don't have them? Millions. Millions of people wish they had children and they don't. So it's life, you know. It doesn't matter to me. I'm very blessed to live the life I live with or without children, or with or without being married, or with or without a girlfriend right now. It don't phase me. It really don't. I don't care. When I go in my workshop every day now, that's like the best feeling in the world. It's better than being in a relationship to me. It really is. Because it's something that I've always wanted. So if I can't have the woman, the child, the marriage, and that, then I want what I have now, which is my own business, my own life, my own workshop. You know, I control everything that happens in my life. I don't have nobody like aggravating me or, you know, making me deal with them and shit like that. So I can have this way, no problem. I'll take this way any day. It's less bullshit I have to deal with. If I can have both, that'll be a miracle. But in the meantime, I got all you lovely ladies, and a lot of you are single. I have a widow in here, uh, and I have people who are divorced, people who have been married, people who are actually married, people that you know have had rough lives, and we've all shared our stories in here. And if we can find comfort from that to move on and love ourselves, then that's all that matters. You don't need nobody to complete you. Yeah, yeah, I know it hurts when they're gone, but you have to. I know it's hard to understand sometimes, but it all happened for a reason. But at the end of the day, I always tell you all the time, and I tell everybody that even though that person is dead and gone physically, their spirit will never die. They'll always be with you and waiting for you in spirit to start your new life in spirit with them. When my auntie died, she was without her husband for 16 years. And when she passed away, when my mom told me on the phone, "Oh, your auntie passed away," my mom was crying, and that's my sister, that's my last sister, you know, I can't believe this shit. All my siblings are gone. Then when her brother died in July, she's the only one left. She's the youngest. You know, that's fucked up. My mom has nobody left in her family. Like all her siblings are dead, her mother and father's dead. It's just my mom. So I can't imagine what she's gone through, you know, because I've never gone through that. And you know, three of her brother and two of her sisters didn't have kids, and her sister had the two youngest had kids. My auntie had six, and one passed away at birth, and the she had twin boy and girl, and then my mom had two boys, two girls. And when we were born, my uncles and aunts said, "Let us take him, like let us take these children, off. You already have two. Let us have one. They're in good hands." But my mom was like, "Hell no, I'm not giving away my child." But see, it's hard, man. It's just people gotta be happy with the life that they've been presented. And I know that's hard to swallow. That's hard for people to understand and to be like and to accept. But that's just the way your life is. You just have to understand that. And when you don't get what you want, it's for a reason. But a lot of people can't accept it. You might have kids, but don't have a real decent relationship. You might have had a decent marriage and no divorce, or you might have had a shitty marriage and a divorce, and then end up being with somebody that's great. You may be a widow and find a new man that your the person that died, your ex-husband, well, not your ex-husband, but your late husband or wife will bring somebody to you that's decent. That happens many times too. It's just the way it is. People just need to accept how life is and just know that it could be always be worse. But it's hard for a lot of people to accept because they're not spiritually inclined enough to know how life works and how God works. And that's why a lot of people question God, and he's the biggest controversy in the world because they're like, "Oh, well, if God's so great and I worship him, why doesn't he do good things for me?" It's not up to him. That's why he gave you free will, dumbass. He gave you free will, and you took the free will to make your decisions, which fucked your life up. It's not his fault. He's not here to save you. He's here to give you life. You do whatever you want. He bring you here. Now it's up to you to make it happen. So you make the choices. You have free will to choose a piece of shit or a good person. It's your choice. God gave you life. He gave you an opportunity. He can't just he's got billions of people to watch over. That's why I tell people God can't do it all. He gave you enough. He gave you life. He gave you free will. And after that, it's all up to you. And then he says, "Look, this person prays to me every day. Look, you're his grandma, you're his grandpa, you're his uncle, you're his aunt, you're his mother, you're his father. You fucking deal with him. Let's go." And that's how it works. I honestly believe that. And the reason I believe that is because I channel those people. So if I can channel them, that means they exist spiritually. Duh. So please don't grudge God for your fucking bullshit. It's not up to him to save you. It's up to him to give you life. And when you die, it's up to him to accept you back in to a spiritual life. Or he might say, "Hey, you're a fucking joke. You can go over the other side over there and be tormented. Goodbye. I gave you free will and you fucked it up. Not my problem." I honestly believe that's how it works. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. Well, that's how it goes sometimes, Jocelyn. I believe that some people have a horrific life, but your horrific life and your health depends on you as well. God can only do so much. So, and another thing I believe is God puts things in your life to see if you'll be tempted and if you pass the test, or if something happens to you, you still have to take accountability. Accountability is the hardest word and definition for somebody to accept. Accountability is one of the worst things people want to do. If you can't take accountability for what you've done to yourself, to others, and how you've accepted others, then it doesn't make sense to even argue or even think that God doesn't have your back, because you have to have accountability for your actions and your thoughts and your decisions. That's why I always tell people, forgive yourself. Don't forgive a person for disrespecting you. Forgive yourself that you had to deal with this moron. Forgive yourself that you married a piece of shit. Forgive yourself that you made a child that's rebellious and shitty and went the wrong way. Forgive yourself for taking those drugs that you shouldn't have taken. Forgive yourself for smoking and drinking. And, you just got to forgive yourself. You ain't got to, forgiveness is within. Forgiveness is for you to deal with. It's not for you to forgive nobody. That's not what you're here for. You're not here to forgive nobody. You just got to forgive yourself because you made the fucking decision to be with somebody that's not good for you, or deal with somebody that's not good for you, or you did something that was wrong. If you want to apologize or ask for forgiveness, that's totally free will again. But if you have been wrong, if somebody did some wrongdoings to you, don't forgive that person. Fuck them. You forgive yourself because you deserve the forgiveness for making the mistake for your own, well-being. Yeah, and that's what you do. So, unfortunately, people just don't understand the whole concept about forgiveness and life and how you're supposed to really deal with it. Yeah, I can definitely say I'm older and wiser, that's for sure. I'm definitely not older and stupider. Hell no. I've learned from my mistakes. But see, I never took accountability. I always blamed everybody else. And I stopped doing that. I don't blame nobody no more. Well, that's not true. I do blame people for their own stupidity, but I don't blame. If I accept you in my life and you screw me over, you disrespect me, or you do something bad to me, it's on me. Even though you did the bad thing, I accepted you in my life. I accepted your energy. I accepted your friendship. I accepted you as my lover. So it's my fault because I made a bad choice accepting you, especially if it's one thing to get tricked and it's one thing to accept and see the red flags and accept the red flags as okay, maybe it's just one time, or maybe they just act like this, but I still love them. Or maybe like it'll change. Maybe they're going to change because I'm perfect. It ain't gonna work. I guarantee it. Once you get too many red flags, that's spirit saying, get out while you can. Because if not, you're going to live a shitty life. And some people think they can constantly change the narrative and constantly change the person's life for your well being. It ain't gonna work. I guarantee it. So it's either put up or shut up. That's it. And I have no problem right now, currently, to cut people off, get rid of people, not associate with you, love you, respect you, trust you, talk to you, neglect you, act like you're a rock. I don't give a fuck. That's who I am. I'm gonna accept you if I want to. And if I don't, then that's your problem. You won't have a good friend. You can go find somebody else to deal with, not me. And I had to learn how to do that. And now that I've learned how to do it, I can control my circle better now. You can say hello, but you might not even come in the door. Even if you knock, you can stay outside. It's funny you said that phrase because I always tell people, you can knock on my door, I'll open it to look at you, but you won't be coming in here. The only way you're gonna step through that door is if I trust you. And if I don't trust you, you ain't coming in here. When my brother comes here, he don't walk through those doors. I talk to him outside. He won't come in here. I don't want him in here. His energy is not, the energy I want in here. I don't invite him in here. Hell no. There's people that come in here and people who I would never allow to come in here. He's one of them. Fuck that. The only people that walk through this door is my dog, me, my sister, my nephews, my mom, and my dad. Everybody else can't come in here. Or unless you're fixing something, which I doubt, because I usually fix everything in here anyway. But that's how I am. I don't allow people in my space like that. I can't handle people's, energy that is not good. Especially if you've done some dumb shit to me. I can't accept you in my home. I have strict boundaries for my space. No. Yep. And then some people are like, oh, well, that's why you... Yeah, exactly. Guess what? I don't care what you think. It's cool. You'll figure it out. All right, I'm going to get out of here. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to go get some sleep. I got a busy day tomorrow. I got to get up early and go see my cousin and get some stuff from him. And I got to do some more work in the workshop. But before I go, I want all of you to pray for Marley and pray for all those people that are about to get hit by this Hurricane Helen Ho. Hurricane's really bad. Apparently, it's going to get up to like 130 miles an hour. And when it hits land, it starts to die. But let's please pray for Marley and her family and all those that are about to get hit. Hopefully, it's not as devastating as it can be. Let's hope there's no loss of life, loss of houses, cars, material things. Those are things that can be replaced. Just let's hope that there's no loss of life, and let's hope that people will not get hit that bad and things like that. So please pray for Marley and her family, and for everybody that's gonna be about to get hit by that thing. I wish there was no such thing as hurricanes, but unfortunately, they are. I've already been hit by one this year in August, and I don't want to be hit by one again. So I pray every day I don't come my way. But when it does come, you can't do nothing about it. It's like a fucking freight train, and all you can do is pray. I've survived them all, thank God. Everything else can be replaced. All right. Good night, Jocelyn. Good night, Miss Bikini. Hope you feel better. Virgo, all you guys that are in here. Ruth, I don't know who's in here, but I will see you all tomorrow. Be safe. And let's pray for those who are less fortunate and have, natural disasters coming our way. And by the way, I gave one of my, he's like a special guy. He's a guy who used to clean my car back in the day for money. And he's homeless. Like he sleeps wherever. He's like, he's a special guy, if you know what I mean. His name's Maxwell. He's a buddy of mine. When he saw me today, he was like, "Hey, Marky," and he has no teeth, right? And I was like, "Hey, Max, how you doing, bro?" He goes, I need some money, man. I'm hungry. I said, "All right, look, I'm gonna go to the store. When I come back, I'll give you some money." So I gave him $4. That's what I had on me at the time. So he looked at it and goes, "Thank you, Marky." I said, "No problem, bro. I don't mind giving him money because I know he's special." But yeah, I did my good deed for today. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.